What's up everyone, Garage79R. I'm going to show you what I'm getting into today. I've cut open some oil filters for inspection. So this is off of Kevin Stagia. You can see all the crud that got knocked loose from using the good HPL oil already. That's only after like 100 miles of using the good oil. This is the filter I ran on Earl. Other than being kind of black and very well used oil, looks fine. And here's the filter I ran on the Yaris. Yaris has a little bit, I kind of wiped some of it out, but it had a little bit of carbon buildup, so I might have to run some HPL oil in it next go around to give it a good clean. I used to run premium, like AMSOIL in the car for the longest time. Did I switch to? It varies. Sometimes I'll run Pennzoil, sometimes I'll run SuperTech. I even ran Total Oil in it at one point. So I think the next oil change is going to be some HPL to just do a nice, good deep clean. And this is the filter, from Earl. And just kind of dark, but no surprises, nothing to worry about. The one thing I don't like now, these frames used to use a nice synthetic wire-backed media, but since they got bought out by Trico, they've been kind of cheapening the line. You still get your silicone anti-drain back valve, but the media, it's going to be hard to see. It's not wire-backed anymore. And that's fine, but when you're expecting a filter that should be able to go like 20,000 miles, this is more like a 10 or 15,000 mile oil filter now. So I'm going to shy away from the frames. I'm really liking the Champs. Champs is probably the best filter bargain on the lot right now. It's got good media. It's not wire backed, but I actually like, you can't even see it. Why can't we see it? Hello? It's got an E-core, which is nice, so it flows a lot better than, a punch tube. I mean, it doesn't make a difference, but it does flow more. And then this full filter, excuse me, I'm a little phlegmy from lunch. Yeah. Not bad looking media. I have a full oil filter on the on Earl right now to try during the off season. Full is like, I think they make some of the OEM filters for some companies. So you could usually get them through Napa. So I'm running the one on Earl to see. Earl's probably going to get another Champ XL during the race season, because I actually have a whole bunch. Let's walk over there. So I bought a whole bunch. I got a couple, one for the Highlander. I got two left for my wife's car. Here's my last XL. So I tell you what, we'll open this up. The shop is a complete mess. I'm working on a roll cage in the Corolla. So that's kind of what's been going on. So there we go. That's what that is. The silicone anti-drain back valve. Oh, check this out. This one has a louvered core. Oh, I might have to post about this on the forums. Huh. Oh, well. Okay. Well, that's... That was live. I didn't know. I know there's been a lot of supply chains issues, so there's a lot of filters we kind of changing left and right. I didn't think the Champs were having issues, but it looks like, I mean, the louver core is absolutely fine, but it's still something worth noting. Some people are really picky about their oil filters. To me, it doesn't make a difference. So, tell you what, let's open this one. This is the one for the Highlander. Blow all the dust off of it. This will be going on soon because it's due for an oil change in a couple 100 miles. You kind of see silicone anti-drain back valve. This one, get over there. I can see it, but you can't see it. It's got a louver core too, and that's fine. That is just fine. So, yeah. Yeah, so far, I think I'm pretty much going to start running Champs for everything for the most part. I know, and oil filters are like religion. Everybody's very opinionated. And a lot of people are opinionated over no facts. They're just over bullshit. I like to look for the facts. That's why I was running Frams for the longest time, because Frams were making some of the best filters. But now that Trico bought them out, things have been changing at Fram, and I don't like it. So, anyway, that's what's going on. Roll cage on the Corolla. Trying to get there. I dropped a gas tank valve at Wednesday, so when I start doing the heavy welding, I shouldn't have any problems. Not that I really should. There's double metal here, so even I'm welding kind of in the corner. There's no real way of anything getting into it, but I even capped this off. See, I mean, everything's capped off. Just don't want to find out the hard way and blow the place up. So, yeah. And I'm waiting on my dad to bring my mom's car up for her oil change. So that's what's going on. I drove Earl today. Earl's running great. And I'm just trying to think of what I'm going to do during the off season. I made a post on my Instagram about it. It's weird not having to put a motor in the car this year. So, but that's fine. That's good. It just gives me time to work on other things if I can get to it. I still want to do a different set of control arms for it. I want to do a whole bunch of other little things. I still have an idea for the rear brakes. Well, it's more of a mod to get an adjustable alignment in the back. If you're unfamiliar with Tercels and Paseos and Starlets and Serras, the rear beam, actually here, is fixed. The spindle is actually part of the rear beam. So you can't shim it and change the alignment. A lot of people, actually, some people do, especially some of the Stancy boys, they cut here and torch it and bend it in and to get some Tilty Boy spec. But that's kind of hard to do and do it to a precise, measurement, because you can't really shim it. So you have to make sure everything's right. So I have an idea. The rear brakes are stupid small in these cars. It's adequate for most people, sorry, I got like a spider web. So my plan is to convert it to take Yaris brakes, or maybe something else, but more than likely Yaris brakes. Because the Yaris brakes, the hubs bolt to the axle, and you can shim them. And they even make spacers that make them all Tilty Boy and all that. That's what I'm leaning towards doing, is at some point getting flanges made, cut all that off. Cut this all off, cut it back to the metal, cut the spindle, cut it all back, and then weld on a plate that will allow me to bolt Yaris stuff on. That's all I'm leaning towards, Yaris, because they're still plentiful and easy to get parts for. And the rear drums are probably 2 or 3 inches bigger in diameter than those. I mean, the rear drums on the Yaris are massive. So, and you could also, in that theory, if it's all set up like that, you can bolt on like the later model Yaris SE, the hatchback, not the Mazda bullshit, but the one that's still true Toyota Yarises that we got in the U.S. They had rear disc brakes on the SC, so that could be an option if you're chasing disc brakes. So that's my plan. Well, at some point, you do something about these 1NZs and get one of them mounted in the 4-door. But anyway, see you guys on the next one.